Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tara with Mayhem Crafty Cards, and today I have a design team video for you from Doodles Paper Playground using Sparkle Blends. So I lack this in my stash, I guess, the the baby shower or new baby cards. So I got this set from Altenew and one of my Simon Says stamp orders. So I went ahead and I had made one card because I wasn't sure how exactly it was going to turn out or how I wanted to do the layout. So I showed you the card that I made, and I kept it more on, I'm trying to keep them as neutral as I can because, not everybody finds out what they're having, and you just kind of want to keep it neutral. So I grabbed that Altenew stamp set, the Tailored Expressions, and I've really fallen in love with these. They are the frame and frames, but they're the scallop ones, so I really like those. I also have the acetate sheets from Doodles Paper Playground, and then I use the blend Bundle of Joy. Super cute blend. Has little baby bottles in it, some moons. It does have a rather large little sheep head, and I kept that because I didn't want to put it in my card just yet. So, and I also use the outside in stitched frames from Lawn Fawn. I really like those. I just like the stitching that it gives, around the borders. And then I also use the Spiffy Speckles cardstock from Lawn Fawn. I wanted to keep the background kind of light, so I kept it with the pink and the white. But I knew I wanted my frame to pop a little bit. So when I do my shaker cards, I really like to use the double acetate, where I put, I lay my acetate down first and then put another sheet over top of it. But I also love the Hefty Doodle foam tape. I bought so much of this recently just because I make so many shaker cards. So I also use the Lawn Fawn Spiffy Speckled in the green. So there's two sides to this. There's one side that's more white. It's got, or I shouldn't say white. It's like a lighter color, and then it's got some darker spots on it. And then the other side is a more, solid color with the lighter spots. So for the frame, I use the darker side with the lighter spots, just to get a little contrast off that white, because I didn't want all to blend in. I wanted there to be a little bit of pop, to see the difference between the frame and the panel. So the mistake I made, and you'll see this, and I'm sure you already have, is I went ahead and glued down my acetate. Now, I don't like to use liquid glue, mainly because I'm messy and it just gets all over the place, so I use double-sided tape. So I went ahead and did that, did all the way around the frame, and then instead of cutting a piece down, I laid it on my acetate. Don't do that, because it's not fun to have to cut around those scallop edges. So once I get my blends in, I go ahead and, like I said, I layer that second piece of acetate, and I did make sure that I didn't make you guys sit and watch me peel off the backing paper, because for some reason, the static electricity in my house is pretty fierce when I was doing this card. So it was sticking everywhere. And I did go ahead and color those onesies out beforehand. I mean, it was really simple coloring. There was really nothing. I mean, they're all pretty much a solid color. But I wanted to keep the colors more towards some of the colors in the blends and keeping it kind of soft, so it wasn't super harsh. So now you can see some of those blends up close. There's baby bottles, onesies, a lot of fun elements to this. So after I put the acetate on the back for the second time, to close everything in, it's much easier to cut around the foam tape, because there's no scallops that you really have to go down, go around. And it just makes it a lot easier to be able to place your card. And like I said, I don't use liquid glue. You can, but I am messy, and I end up using too much, and it squishes out all over the place. So I do use a double-sided tape to adhere that down to my panel. So I did pop up my little onesies just because I just wanted to give it a little bit more dimension than what it, what it had. So I took the You Are Loved sentiment strip from Tailored Expressions from the Simple Stories. Simple Strips, Simple Stories, I think. It's the original one. I'll make sure I link everything down below as well. But it just makes it so much easier when you're trying to find a sentiment that works. Plus, they're already once you do them and you batch a bunch of them, you have them. So all you gotta do is pick them out of your, little case or however you store them. So again, I did pop up the You Are Loved sentiment along with the onesies. So after I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down to my card base. And that makes a simple shaker. I didn't add any extra seed beads or anything to this one. I don't know if I did to the first. Nope, I didn't add them to the first one either. So that's why I love that foam tape. Like, you can really kind of pack them in there and not have to worry about not having enough space for them to shake. So now you can see the different colors of that Spiffy Speckles. And I don't know if Lawn Fawn still has that. I knew I had a bunch of it. I'm pretty sure they do. If they do, I'll make sure I link it down below. I'm super excited because Lawn Fawn just had their release, and I may have purchased a couple things. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will make sure to link everything. Let me know which one of these are your favorite. I don't know. I kind of am partial to the blue with the white, but I love them both the same. So until next time, guys, have a great weekend.